Well, that's it. Day one of the Welcome to Yorkshire Ebor Festival is wrapped up, and I'm delighted to be joined by Sporting Life ambassadors and ITV representatives Ed Chamberlin and Ollie Bell. Chaps, day one done. Good one?
Oh, cracker. Absolute cracker. There were a few surprises, weren't there, Ollie? And yet still, this place was alive. York came back to life today for me. A crowd back at the Ebor Festival for the first time in 2 years. It's been a sea of smiles, of colour, and of noise. I mean, how much have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been amazing. Walking in with the jockeys and just hearing people say well done to the jockeys along the sort of line there. It's so nice. We've said it time and time again, but we've missed having race goers here. And this is the best place for race goers to be because the racing's great. The horses, well, we've seen the best in the world win the big race today. And it's been a real privilege to be back here.
Well, you've raised a thing now. Who's the best in the world? Adayar, who beat Mishriff getting ways in the
see
King
what the
George.
ratings say after that.
Okay.
That was the best race in the world, technically.
But John, the paddock before the Jodmont said it all. We were standing here this day last year. The best thing about York this day last year was a free pizza van just behind you there. It was deserted. It was a ghost town. We used to work in that champagne bar that's now heaving with people. And this paddock was 10, 12 deep with the Yorkshire folk coming to see the horses. That's the biggest difference at York. Everyone wants to see the horses, and this place was absolutely electric. As you can tell, we're still buzzing off it.
Do you think that makes a difference to the jockeys then as well?
Oh, definitely, and the horses as well, actually. I think everyone lives for it. I think when you see what Premier League footballers said after the first round the other day, when they said, look, it gives everyone a lift, and I think in any sport, having crowds back, you go up an extra 10%. Horses, jockeys, trainers, owners, there's a real buzz around the place, and you sort of understand the importance of these big races when you see everyone just sort of swarm to the paddock as they did, and then the cheer that Mishriff got back in the winners' enclosure, David Egan up in the irons.
Yeah.
It was so good, and the pressure on that young man's shoulders is unreal because I know he's won a lot of races on this horse and a lot of money with this horse, but coming out here in this country to do it on a horse who's taken all before him around the world, he would have been absolutely petrified, I'm sure, or nervous, but the pressure was on, and my word, he delivered, because as John Gosden said, this was his race, so their pressure ramped up a notch on David's shoulders, but both the horse and he delivered.
Is that your standout performance of the day?
Yeah, I thought your beer was very good. Actually, the hood seems to have worked on him and the gelding operation. Obviously, he can't go for the ledger. I thought seeing Copper Knight back here winning as a 7-year-old.
The Vulture was a bit disappointing, if we're honest, Ollie.
I thought the horse was good. I didn't think it was a great race.
Your beer was good, but you want things to look forward to, and the fact that he can't run this ledger was a bit disappointing.
Copper Knight winning was great because as
good.
a 7-year-old, this is a horse who, when I looked at it, I thought he'd be about 15, but he was only 7.
Yeah.
I thought he seems like he's been around for years.
But we needed something to raise the roof, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then Mishriff in a big race to do that. You want a wow factor, and that had it.
Aiken winner might be quite a good horse. Royal Patronage for
I'll bet was second, disappointingly.
But I think that will work out to be quite a good race. But I think as day ones go, I think this will be one that we remember for a long time.
I've got one wish. One wish, Dom, is the winner, who's a global superstar now, Mishriff, goes to the Breeders' Cup, goes to the Classic or the Turf, live on ITV for the first time, because we want top British horses out there, don't we?
Yeah.
And to have Mishriff there would be great for everybody.
Well, John Gosden,
Come on, John.
early on in his career was out in America, wasn't he? So I know he absolutely loves the Breeders' Cup. It's where the surf meets the turf on Del Mar near San Diego, and I think a mile and a half round there is going to be right up his alley, and it will take a pretty good one to beat him.
Great. Ed, Ollie, thanks very much. Racing is well and truly back here in Yorkshire. Day 2 of the Welcome to Yorkshire Ebor Festival is coming up tomorrow, and make sure you stay tuned on sportinglife.com.